Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Elizabeth Williams, and today I want to talk to you guys about organizing. Um, Fall is right around the corner, and I've been itching to get out my fall decorations, right? And I'm like, okay, hold up. Before I do that, I need to make sure I have the house cleaned up and organized and ready to put new decorations in. So it has been causing me to want to reorganize many different spaces in my house. Um, and so I just thought, okay, let me share with you all some of the things that I already have organized, and then of course there's always room for growth. So one of the ways that I organize everything in our house is we have a grocery list hanging on the side of the refrigerator. Anytime something is low and or is done, anyone in our house, be it me, my husband, or my daughters, right on the list. So when I go to the grocery store, I don't just shop off the top of my dome. I'm actually there with a list. Another way I stay organized is I use a calendar and to-do list. I mentioned that in a previous video, and it's just pretty much, again, what keeps me sane. So I don't have to keep all this stuff in my brain. I write it down. I put it in a to-do list, or I put it in my calendar, or I do a combination of both. And one of the things that really helps our family is a shared family calendar, so we know where everybody is and what everybody's doing. Another place that I love to organize is my master bedroom closet. Well, mine and my husband, but it's mostly mine. um, and in there, I have everything color coded. For me, that works. So I have all my like shirts together and they're color coded. And then I have all my pants together, I have all my skirts together, all my shorts, all my long dresses, and things like that. Then I have all my tennis shoes, all my sandals, all my heels and dress shoes together. So for me, I really like to stay organized. And as I think about that, I'm like, okay, what is it? What is it about organization? Well, I enjoy being organized because it makes my life easier, right? I know where everything is. I know where it is, and when I need it, I can just go put my fingers on it and grab it. All right, enough about me. Let me go ahead and share some tips on how you can stay organized. So, one way to stay organized is to plan it. I'm very much a planner, right? So, let's say you want to organize your master closet, right? So, I plan it out. I'm like, okay, where do I want to put things? And I visualize things. That's just me. I can see in my head, okay, that'll go there, that'll go there. Everybody, that doesn't work for everybody, right? So, maybe you choose to draw it out, write it out, sketch it, right? Another thing, I've done actually in teaching when I'm like rearranging classrooms and things like that is we use sticky notes. So you can do the same thing in any part of your house. Say you're rearranging your bedroom or your living room, right? And you got big furniture. You don't want to really move it all over the place at first. You want to get an idea of where things would fit and how it would work. Use a piece of paper, sticky notes with the different pieces of furniture you have or whatever it might be, and move them around. Draw it out. That can really help you when reorganizing a space. And another tip is as you're planning things out, where are your things going to go? And make sure that stuff is functional. So, for example, in your living room, right? You might like throw blankets, but you don't want a whole bunch of throws laying on the back of your couch necessarily. You might have one on there for decoration, but you don't want them all. Where are the rest of them going to go? If you don't have a place for them, either A, get somewhere to put them, or B, don't have them in the living room, right? You'll have to go somewhere else to get them, bring them to the living room, bring them back. But again, realistically, are you going to really take a blanket that's on the couch in the living room and then go put it back into a storage closet? Probably not. I know I wouldn't, and my family wouldn't. So what we have done is our living room set. We bought an ottoman that actually opens, and we can put the blankets inside of it. So again, have a plan. Where do you want to store things, and make sure it's functional for you. Another example, I like jewelry, and I've actually been purchasing more jewelry. So therefore, what I used to have for my earrings, the plan was, okay, I'm gonna put them on this nice, cute little rack, as you can see in the picture. Yeah, but now they're everywhere. They're overflowing. So now I need to come up with another plan to reorganize my jewelry. And that's the step number 3. Don't get set on one thing, right? Your life is going to change, it's going to evolve. Your things are going to come and go. Your living arrangements might change. So don't get stuck on one thing. Be open and willing to change. Change it as needed. I love to reorganize and redecorate, so I do it all the time just for fun. If you don't find it as fun, that's cool. Just make sure you stay open to change. Tip 4, you don't have to know it all. I don't know it all. I go to Pinterest all the time for ideas. So if you're running ideas or you're looking for a way to store this or store that, check out Pinterest. There's so many different ideas on there. There's DIY. So if you like to do things yourself, boom, you can do that. You can save some money doing that way. Or if you rather not, you want to buy it, then go on there. Again, you can get plenty of ideas. So don't be afraid to shop around, look around, ask questions, talk to others. You can always Google it too. There's many different ways. But to stay organized, don't be afraid to ask for help. Next tip, declutter. I know y'all, sometimes it's not easy to throw things away. As a woman who likes to shop, I get it. It is not easy to throw things away. And I will tell you, being a military spouse, we've had the opportunity to move several different times, and that has like driven me to declutter, right? Every time we move, me and my husband and my daughters, we declutter. We get rid of stuff before we get the house packed out. And I will tell you, it is so refreshing to let things go. And number one, it makes space for new things. It also gives you the satisfaction of saying, you know what? I can let things go, right? And then also is the realization of, ooh, maybe I'm buying too much stuff. So don't be afraid to declutter. So recently I was going through my closet again, and I was trying to update. I wanted all my hangers to match. They didn't have to be the exact same hanger, but I wanted them all to be the same color because it was driving me crazy. My clothes were color coordinated, but my hangers were a mess. So anyway, in doing that, I found shirts I hadn't worn in a while. I also found stuff that had tags on it. So I was like, ooh, I gotta do better. I gotta do better. So anyway, the next tip is make sure you declutter in the process of reorganizing. Now, mind you, it took me probably about 2 weekends to do my closet because I was working on the top half of it, then I worked on the bottom half of it, and then I worked on my husband's side. Now, mind you, I still got to work through all my shoes and stuff. That's another project for another day. But take small chunks. Don't feel like you got to go and reorganize your entire house in one day. Take small chunks, small bites, depending on what it is you have time for, and get it done. And then move on to the next one and the next one. Before you know it, your house will be reorganized and you'll be loving it. Final tip with organizing. Keep it up, right? So I mentioned it earlier. Make sure when you create different ways to organize things, it's functional. So for example, with COVID and all the masks and everything that we all are wearing, or possibly wearing, my family is wearing them right now. So we have tons of masks. So one way I had organized them was I had them in a white bin in our kitchen in a cabinet, but the container had a top on it, which was not functional because who in the world is going to go open the top every time? So stuff be on top of the top, and it would just be crazy. So I was finding masks everywhere. So I said, okay, let me reorganize. Let me think of a better way to organize these masks. So then I changed it up, and then changing it up, I also learned that another thing that was kind of problematic for us was we have masks for my husband, male mask, and then we have female masks. Because my mom makes masks for us, so she can make them in different sizes. So with that being said, when I reorganized it, I went ahead and put the female mask in one tub, and then I put the male mask in another tub, and neither of them have tops, so it's just really easy to grab one out in the morning or afternoon or whenever you need it, and then when they're cleaned, we put them right back in the basket, and it just makes life so much easier. So again, make sure when you're doing your organizing or reorganizing, it is functional. It's something that you can live with. And again, adjust it if you need to. It may be functional now, but then later on it might not. Keep that process going. Organization is an everyday thing. It's not like a one and done. Oh, I'm going to organize my house and I'm good. No, not if you live in it. You're going to continue to do things that create clutter, right? Or that create a mess sometimes, right? Just for me, what works for us is to make sure we clean up at the end of every night. So I would encourage you to do the same or when time allows. But I would just make sure it's a daily thing to continue to make sure you pick up here, pick up there. And we work as a family. So like at the top of our steps, we're in a 2-story house. At the top of our steps, we have like a half wall. And anything that needs to go downstairs, we might put on a half wall. Like a cup you might have brought upstairs or whatever. So our rule here is, listen, anybody can take that stuff down. It don't have to be your cup. Let's work together. Take the cup down. When you're going down, if it's there, you take it, right? And that's how we try to keep the house organized. Another thing for us is shoes. We have a shoe closet because we don't wear shoes in our house. The shoe closet is not at the front of our house. It's actually towards the back of our house. So again, we might come in, I might come in with my bags from work, or my daughter might come in with her backpack on or something like that. So shoes might come off the door, right? They always come off the door. Let me change that. And they might not always make it to the closet. So when you have a free minute, grab the shoes and put them in the closet, right? It just makes sense. So work it out together. Don't be afraid to reorganize, and you got this. So, how do you stay organized at your house? Or what organizing tips would you like? Are there certain places in your house you just, man, I just can't figure out how to organize it? Send me pictures, send me videos, and I'll be happy to help, because again, I truly, truly enjoy organizing. Any friend of mine or any family member of mine that knows, I will come, I will redo your closet, I'll redo your kitchen, whatever it is, I love to reorganize. So shoot me some pictures, videos, whatever, drop them in the comments, and or send them to me on IG, Coach Liz Will, and I'll be happy to help. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos and get notifications when I post more videos, subscribe to the channel and hit that thumbs up to like this video. Thanks. See you next time.